That morning started like every other morning. I tied his shoelaces twice because he never gets them tight enough. I wiped a tiny spot of jam from the corner of his mouth. He complained that his backpack was too heavy, even though I had already removed 2 notebooks. I remember kissing his forehead and saying, "Go straight to school, don't stop anywhere." He rolled his eyes the way 8-year-olds do when they think their mothers worry too much. I stood at the gate and watched him walk down the lane, his little shoulders bouncing with each step. I didn't know that within 15 minutes my world would tilt. The call came from another mother. Her voice was shaking. "Did your son reach school?" she asked. "No," I said casually. "He left just now." There was a pause, a long one. I think someone tried to pull him into a car." My body went cold, but something strange happened. I laughed. Not because it was funny, not because I didn't understand. I laughed because my brain refused to accept it, because the sentence didn't fit into my safe, predictable morning. Because mothers like me read those stories online and whisper, "How terrible," while believing it happens somewhere else. Not here. Not to my child. I ran. I don't remember locking the door. I don't remember crossing the street. I only remember my heart pounding so loudly I couldn't hear anything else. When I reached the corner near the small grocery shop, I saw him standing there, crying, surrounded by 2 shopkeepers and an elderly man. He looked so small. His backpack was half open. One strap was torn. His hands were shaking. He ran into my arms and buried his face in my stomach. "Mama," he sobbed. "A man said he knows you. He said you told him to pick me up." My knees almost gave way. The shopkeeper explained. A white car had slowed down. A man inside had called my son by describing his uniform. He told him his mother had sent him because she was sick. He opened the door and told him to get in. My son hesitated. He said he remembered what I had told him. "If anyone says I sent them, they must know our secret word." He asked the man for the secret word. The man's smile disappeared. That was when he tried to grab him. My son pulled away and ran toward the shop, screaming. And I laughed. I laughed while holding him because my body didn't know how to process the terror. Because the alternative was collapsing on that dusty roadside and never getting up again. Because somewhere inside me, the fear was so big that it came out as a broken, trembling laugh. Then I cried. I cried into his hair, into his shoulders, into the fabric of his school shirt. I kept saying, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Even though I don't know what I was apologizing for. For letting him walk? For believing our neighborhood was safe? For not walking beside him that morning? That night, he slept in my bed. His fingers were wrapped tightly around my shirt, even in sleep. Every time a car passed outside, I flinched. He asked me softly, "Mama, was that man bad?" I swallowed hard and said, "Yes, but you were brave." The truth is, I have replayed that moment 1,000 times. What if he had believed the man? What if he hadn't remembered the secret word? What if the shopkeepers hadn't been there? The what-ifs are louder than anything. People told me, "Be grateful nothing happened." And I am. I am grateful beyond words. But something did happen. A piece of our innocence was taken. My son now looks twice at every car that slows near him. He walks faster. He asks more questions. And I don't laugh anymore. I walk him to school now, even if it makes me late. I hold his hand a little tighter. I teach him to shout, to run, to never trust a stranger who claims to know me without proof. That day, my laughter was not joy. It was shock. It was denial. It was a mother's heart breaking and trying to survive at the same time. Sometimes trauma doesn't look like screaming.